and welcome back to another edition of 31 Days of Craftoween, where we work on an altered book junk journal. It is day 6, and here we go. All right, this is our spread that we'll be working on, and I think I'm ready to attempt the Midnight Garden prompt that came to me from one of my viewers, one of you guys, Nikki Pearson, and we're going to give her a go today. I'm slightly terrified. I have a clear idea of what I'm going to do, but before we get to that, we've got a ceremony to take care of. It's time for day 6 of our Nightmare Before Christmas minifigure unboxing. Let's see if I can do this without cutting my finger this time. Ow, ow, ow. No cuts, but I did get stabbed by these sharp cardboard corners. Are you gonna open? Ooh. Okay, so Jack is in pajamas and he's got a book that says The Scientific Method. It's kind of weird. Is this when he came to Dr. Finkelstein and asked for supplies, and did he give him this book? I don't remember exactly. But Jack will be watching over us as we work on entering the Midnight Garden. So looking at the prompts list, the only one that I'm going to focus on is the Midnight Garden prompt. I am going to just take this as it comes, and we'll go back and see if we've done any of the other prompts once this spread is finished. First things first, I want to look for some patterned paper to give us a background, and I think I've got just the right piece. So I think we're going to use this gorgeous dark gray on gray bat pattern. You might be asking yourself, what do bats have to do with the garden? Don't worry, this is just a background layer we're going to build and add on, and we're going to get there. Before I glue them down, of course, I will ink them up with black soot distress ink. I wonder how much money I'd have if I got paid a nickel for every time I said ink it up in my crafting videos. A lot of times this doesn't show up super well, but I'm still doing it anyway, partly out of habit and partly because I know that sometimes it's you don't see as much on the camera, but there is a good shadow that's here from this ink that is really beautiful. We'll go ahead and glue these pieces down and decide where to go from there. So I'm noticing that I've got an angled cut on this one as well. Like we had one in the last thing that we had to fix. I'm wondering if my paper cutter that I've been using is not aligned correctly. Because I've been yeah, what the heck? Okay, this is really annoying. This piece looks better, but this side looks terrible. Maybe I need to use a different cutter. I've had this cutter for such a long time that it is very possible that something has shifted on the cutting plate and it just doesn't work the way it's supposed to anymore. I just don't want to have to like go through and do this every single page. All right, we'll let that bit dry, and then if I need to come back and do more on this side, I can. Okay. So one of the things that I have been thinking about a lot for this Welcome to the Midnight Garden page is to have a gate. And I have some die cuts that form a gate, as well as a moon and some other bats. I'm not sure if I'll make the moon and the bats or not, but I'm definitely going to make the gate. Now, it would be a pain beyond belief to get all this stuff out of the way and do the die cutting thing here. So I'm going to do that away from the camera, but I will show you the results. Look how beautifully these gates turned out. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so they are going to be here along the sides, and they will let us into the Midnight Garden. I've thought about it, and I think I do want to put a moon up in the sky, so I will be going back to my die cutting machine in just a minute. But first I need to get these gates glued down. We'll start with the glue stick and then see if we need to go over it with collage medium. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need to go over it with some collage medium, but the glue stick is doing a good job of holding it in a spot, so we're going to do that on the other side as well, and then we'll get the collage medium out and go over that. This stuff is super handy. It is Distress Collage Medium from Tim Holtz in matte finish. It does still have a little bit of shine to it, but it is mostly truly matte. That will need to dry so I can go cut out my moon and come back in a little bit. Okay, so I went ahead and cut out the bats as well because I thought, you know what? We should just go for it. So this little silver sliver of the moon I cut out from a silver metallic doily, and then the rest of the moon I cut here. I think it's supposed to go like this. Like that. Okay, so what I ought to do is paint down some of the matte medium up here where I want the moon to be. I want it to show but not like be off. Ah! Okay, stay there. Stay there. I feel like I'm talking to a pet. Why don't you stay? Okay, more collage medium over the top. And I'm going to do a couple little spots for the bats. If this works well, I have some other little tiny bats to add to this page. How's that looking? We're getting a lot of gloss off of the collage medium. But over here where it's drying more, that gloss is disappearing. It is a little tacky still, so I know it's not completely dry. Now, you might still be wondering, this isn't looking like a garden. Where's the garden? So, what I had in mind was to create a pathway that would lead off somewhere, and we'd have to follow the path to get to the actual garden. So this page would be more just about welcoming us to the garden, and then when we get to the garden, it will be on the next page. Does that make sense? Okay. I would like a sign that welcomes us to the Midnight Garden, and I would like to write it on black paper with my white Sharpie paint pen. I'm kind of terrified to do this, but we're going to give it a try and let this glue while we work on that. I feel like I keep saying that I'm terrified. It's probably because it's true. Uh-oh, is this not going to be opaque enough? Okay. Backup plan. I think I have a white Jelly Roll pen somewhere around here. Still not sure about this paper cutter. We're gonna try one slice and see. Yeah, I don't think that's a straight line. That's on an angle. What the H? We're going to ink around this with Picket Fence Distress ink. Yes, there is white distress ink. Is that cool or what? I've just thought of something else, so I'm going to be making one more sign here. Here is the scoop. We've got this sign, "Welcome to Midnight Garden, stick to the path or else." I could have it just kind of floating here amongst the bats, or I could make like a signpost. But then if I make a signpost, I've got to do like some kind of ground here, like a hill or something. That actually might be a good thing though. It's gonna take a while. So I have torn this hill just out of some black cardstock. I'm going to glue this one down, and then I want the signpost to go down that's like sticking up out of this hill before I glue the actual hill down. How tall do I want this signpost to be? Okay, so I'm just going to stick this end with a little bit of glue. I might not need this whole length, but then I can put the hill down on top of it. Stay where you are, you naughty post. It's haunted. It's moving, it's moving. All right, so let's decide. Ooh, I really, really like it like that. Okay, so we need to finish gluing the posts down, and then we can add the signs. I have to tell you guys, this is a shock to me that I'm creating things that I like. I was 100% certain, and I mentioned this on the first day of this project, that I was going to ruin it. But so far, I have not been unhappy with any of the pages that I've created, and I don't know if it's because I am getting better at junk journaling techniques or understanding more of what I want, or my rule to just do black and white. I think that's helping for sure, to have a specific theme in this journal. Did I not get glue on the end of you? Oh, that's going on top of the bat. That's okay. That one end is popping up a little bit because of that bat, but we can fix it. Yes, we can. All right, this one's gonna have to be on top of the gate. I am not gonna even try to get that gate back up again to go on top of there. I know it's not going to work because of all the collage medium that we put on top of that gate, so we'll just have to live with it. I want this one to be a little bit wonky. All right, how are we gonna get this corner to stay down? I'll try glue one more time. So I feel like the last thing we need to do is add a path that goes over the hill and to the garden. So we'll be using the Jelly Roll pen for that as well, because our path is going to be white. And it's really a pain in the butt to have your camera stand right in front of your arms. So we are going to make a curved line that comes down like this, and then it needs to be narrower up here and then gradually get wider and wider. Here it is. We have an entrance to the Midnight Garden. I I really love this. Oh, this was fun. So tomorrow we will move on to day number 7 and we will enter the Midnight Garden. I'm not sure how long we're gonna stay there. We'll just kind of see how things play out. But for now, I'm gonna wrap this up and wish you a wonderful, magical, and amazing day. Happy crafting and spookiness. Adios.